Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Um, it's such a wonderful day. No, we can't see you. Like, such a wonderful day today. It's a little rainy out, but no, baby, you black. I don't know what's going on. Your screen is black. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday. It is so good to be here today. I hope you guys are doing well. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Share the show out if you can. We will also be sharing it out. I am here a little under the weather. I'm getting better. I was definitely sick all week. Didn't go to work. I've been sick since basically last Saturday when I was on the show. After the show. Just kind of feeling a little bit better. And my nose is still a little stuffy. Can't really breathe that much, so but thank God no coughing, no chest pains or anything. So I'm here. Like, hey y'all. Hey.
Can y'all see me?
Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I have to take a second.
Good morning. Good morning. This is KD. It is good morning. It's Saturday, I guess. I'm a little thrown off. Sorry, y'all. All right, good morning. How are y'all doing today? How y'all doing out there? I hope y'all had a chance to watch the video yesterday of the parade. I hope y'all enjoyed the parade view that I gave yesterday. How was y'all week? How was y'all week? I hope y'all week was pretty good. Mine was okay. Not too much going on. I did do a lot yesterday. I did a lot of shopping, Christmas shopping. I did a lot of Christmas shopping yesterday. Spent a lot of money, unnecessary money, I feel like, but well, maybe it is necessary money. I don't know. Kids get whatever they want pretty much for Christmas. Yeah, the kids pretty much get whatever they want for Christmas. I mean, they good kids. They do good for the most part. As far as school, they do good. They do what they ask to do. They don't get into trouble. They not out there running the streets doing a lot. So, for the most part, yeah, the kids pretty much get to do. Their list is pretty good. So how was y'all week? Any plans this weekend? I am really thrown off today, y'all. I'm so sorry. Some random person from Israeli or somewhere keep calling me on my FaceTime. I don't know what world that is. So let me see. What else did I do this week? I don't know. I like my schedule. I kind of like my schedule this week. Well, I kind of like my change schedule. So, I work for the bank, for M&T Bank at home, which is awesome because I get to work from anywhere. I get to work pretty much anywhere. I'm mobile, pretty much is what you want to say. But yeah, so they changed my schedule. They done messed up because they done changed my schedule and gave me Friday, Saturday, and Sundays off. But I work Monday through Thursday, which is awesome. Yeah, working from home. I don't know. At first, I felt like, okay, let's see how this environment is gonna go. But it's pretty awesome. I mean, you really don't have to do much. You don't have to get up. You don't have to do much. Just brush your teeth, wash your face, put your pajamas on, and work. That's pretty much what you get to do. So I don't know. What else did I do this week? Oh, we decorated yesterday. Me and the kids decorated the outside of the house yesterday. They did kind of leave me hanging when they found out about the Christmas parade. They really left me hanging. Because the Christmas parade, it lines up outside of the front part of the house. So when they seen the fire trucks decorated and coming through, and they seen all the cars that were decorated with the Christmas stuff. They seen the band line up. They do everything literally in front of the house is where they start the parade. For some reason, I don't know why, I guess because we right here on the main strip in town. For some reason, they always start the parade right here in front of the house. So we literally get to see everything that's going to be in the parade before the parade even starts. But the kids, even though they got to see everything that was going to be in the parade, they still felt like, all right, let's drive up here and actually see what the parade is going to be about. So yeah. So the parade was real. It was pretty awesome. A lot of the high schools.
It looked really nice.
Yeah, a lot of the high schools perform. I thought the bands was really good. I'm just gonna let y'all know. If y'all from Fairmont and y'all watching, I'm just gonna let y'all know. Lakeview High School, I think they from South Carolina. They beat y'all out. They showed up and showed out. They show up and show out. Y'all can't let nobody come.
Look at her, and then with the small towners.
Y'all can't come. Y'all can't let nobody come up in y'all town and show out. Their band showed out. They was here for it. But I mean, I guess that's how they gotta be. I'll see. I might try to get to their Christmas parade and see what they doing on their side, because I'm pretty sure it's vice versa. So the high schools from here probably gonna go over there to Lakeview, South Carolina, and see. But Lakeview, South Carolina, if somebody watching from Lakeview, y'all did y'all thing. Y'all did y'all thing. The little band, the little drummers, they was on point. So I give it to y'all. I think they had the most energy out of all the bands, which is crazy because y'all Fairmont High School, y'all in Fairmont, y'all know all y'all family and friends is watching. Y'all was supposed to show out all the way out. Y'all wasn't supposed to let them upstep y'all. Y'all was supposed to show all the way out. But it was really nice. They have some type of car club down here. I guess the Dodge Car Club. I'm still here next year. I think we really should get involved in that, because that's a lot of that's a lot of a little press that we can add on. They have a lot of little cute things.
I would love to do that.
I mean, and it don't cost anything. I know some of the parades is maybe like $20 or whatever. You just pay your $20, you decorate your car, and you in the parade. You don't have to really be from any particular entity or anything like that. You just sign up and you in the parade. So I think that'd be an awesome idea. They had some vendors up there, but I didn't get all the way up to the top with the vendors because it was cold. Yeah. Standing out there waiting for the parade, it was freezing out there. So I didn't get to the vendors, but
that is nice.
It was awesome. It was pretty awesome.
My week was sucky because I've been sick all week, and I'm really starting to get over it just a little bit today. But I did go outside the other night, so my throat started back hurting a little bit.
I know that's what keeps happening to me.
But I can't really breathe that much. My nose is stopped up. I'm congested. And then I had an ear infection. Like, I'm a grown woman. But I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's going on in the atmosphere. I don't know what's going on in the atmosphere. I don't know what's happening. But it is like so crazy how everybody is catching the flu. Mm-hmm. Everybody is catching a cold. People are getting COVID, but mostly everybody is getting the flu. And pneumonia. Everybody in my department has been sick for like the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, that's where you got it from.
Girl, I swear, I think I got it from the whole job, because the whole floor is like, every time you turn around, somebody's sneezing, somebody's coughing. I stay washing my hands, and I stay with some hand sanitizer. Everybody's sneezing, everybody's coughing. I even wear my mask at my desk sometimes. And I keep my Lysol, because, honey, every time somebody sneezes or cough, I spray Lysol. Mm-hmm. I spray my desk down every day with Lysol before I leave. Right. I spray it down before I sit down and do any work. Like, it is getting crazy. Mostly everybody, like I said, is catching the flu. A few people had pneumonia at my job. It is getting crazy.
Right. I think mine was more seasonal allergies, because I tried every medicine under the sun and nothing worked. And I thought about last year when I thought I had COVID last year, and I went to go get seen. And the doctor told me, was like, no, you just got allergies. You just need to take some Zyrtec. Zyrtec is really expensive for those little, I think you get like 12 tablets, and the bottle is about this big. But if y'all take Zyrtec, y'all know the bottle is about this big. But it
Zyrtec,
works.
and it's so expensive for that little
medicine.
For that
It
little
works.
bottle. Yeah.
It works.
It doesn't work too much on Jalen though. Like he takes everything. He has year-round allergies. And
yeah, that's what I said. I think
he tries to take Zyrtex, and Zyrtex does not work for him. And it's so crazy. That little bottle would be like $35. He went last month and bought some Mucinex. Mucinex was like $30. Like
it is. Mucinex is.
It's so expensive. But
that don't work for me.
For my nose, I don't really like using regular Kleenex, but I'm telling you, Puffs.
The lotion. Yeah, I use the Puffs lotion.
Puffs makes a thing with Vicks in it.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Those are the best things on this side of heaven. If you're sick, you want something just to open up that nose a little bit, get you some Puffs with Vicks in it.
They even got the so the Halls now has the Halls. I actually seen it in Walgreens. Halls now has the Vicks. It's called Vicks Vapor Express or something. It's supposed to be a little bit more stronger than the regular Halls.
Oh yeah.
And I haven't tried it, but
good morning, Tamika.
Good morning. Hopefully I won't get sick again. I'm just trying to stay. I'm scared to go outside.
Yeah, a lot of people are getting that RSV from them freaking kids.
Yeah, that's why my kids.
Department. When I say my whole department, like everybody in my whole department for like the last 2, maybe 3 weeks have been sick, and I am just now the last one of the clan catching whatever it is that the whole row had. And
you said the
last of the clan. It's crazy though. It's crazy. Everybody been off work, and then I can't really take off that many days because baby, I'm contractual and I don't get paid to be sick.
Right.
You don't even get paid for the holidays, so I'm really not getting paid.
You said wash your hands, drink water. That's true.
Wash your hands and drink water. That's all.
And use your Lysol.
Yeah, use your Lysol. Also, I drink orange juice too to help come back.
Yeah, orange juice with vitamin D. That's what I give the kids year round. That's what I pretty much did. So the whole time that COVID was around, even though they weren't going to school, they were going outside occasionally. I was very, very cautious when COVID came around because I'm like, I don't know what would happen or what I would do if those kids were stuck in the hospital and you can't go in there and see them. I don't know what would happen because I don't know if you really taking care of my child. So I was extra cautious when COVID first started. They would only go outside when they closed down the schools. They were only allowed to go outside like during certain times when there weren't too many kids, or I didn't see too many kids. And I had them kids like down to a T. They was on like a schedule. They knew that if they seen kids or heard kids coming their way, they knew it was time to come in the house. Come on, y'all, come in the house. The kids is outside. Come
on.
But even now they still wear their masks. It's a lot, especially at David's High School. I don't know how many kids I see get out of their cars, get out of their parents' cars, and don't have on no mask. My kids still wear their masks. To this day, they wear their masks. Every school that I go to, so I drop my middle schooler off. I drop him off every day. He don't catch the bus to school. And my high schooler, he doesn't catch the bus to school. So I drop both of them off every day. And every day that I pull up outside, I see all these other kids get out the car, and my kids have been the only ones that I still see wearing masks. Actually, you know what? The good thing about it is on Amazon, because COVID, a lot of people not thinking and not taking COVID serious right now. The good thing about it is that I was able to find the F95 kids mask.
Oh, that's good.
So I stocked up on them because a lot of people aren't taking COVID and all these, flu and all this stuff. They're not taking it serious. A lot of people are still letting their guard down. So while they letting their guard down, y'all better know I'm taking advantage of the mask. Everything that you can't find when this COVID come back, everything
it's really mostly like flu. Everybody got the flu. Everybody in my department, nobody's testing positive for COVID. Everybody has the flu or pneumonia.
My stepfather got COVID again. My mother said Mr. Levy caught COVID again last
Oh my
week.
God, no.
This is his second time catching COVID. Last year he ended up being in the hospital.
Lord help him.
From somebody that had just started at his job. Some man just started.
And he had COVID?
Had COVID. I thought they were still testing them before they start.
Girl, these jobs ain't testing people for COVID no more.
They test David before he started at the plant.
These jobs is not caring about COVID.
No, they didn't test me because I work from home. But they asked me about COVID. They asked me some COVID questions, which I thought was really dumb because I'm like, I'm working from home. I'm never coming in. Y'all are located in New York. I'm located in Maryland, so I'm never coming in.
I went to Express K on Monday, and nobody in there had a mask on, and everybody in there was sick.
That's why
I was there. I straight put my mask on. I said, not we all in here huffing and hacking and coughing, and ain't nobody in here got no mask on.
That's why I said right now is the best time to take. I'm telling y'all, go on Amazon while y'all on there and y'all putting them presents in y'all Amazon cart. Y'all better get the masks. The masks, they are available and they are really cheap right now. Y'all. After a while, they're gonna be sending the masks back up to $40 for two masks. That's what they're gonna be back up to.
And the schools are about to stop testing. See. But let's get into these hot topics. I had one. Disclaimer first though. Y'all keep y'all mask on. In a mask. I meant to say that. But let's get into these hot topics. This is definitely something that was on my mind. I wanted to talk about. So I don't know if everybody's been paying attention to like social media or whatever. But apparently, two of the anchors from Good Morning America was caught schmoozing together, leaving a hotel or something, and they both are married. They both are married individuals, and they were caught leaving the hotel together, I think like showing PDA or whatever.
I like how they show back up to work. Huh? Like ain't nothing happened. I said I like how they show work like ain't nothing happened.
On that whole television show yesterday morning, like, hey, how you
doing? Good morning, I'm here.
America. Right. How y'all? Like, is there any repercussions to this? Like, y'all, what was tripping me out about it is they're not being reprimanded. However, if you think back on the Boston Celtics coach and the lady he was messing with, they got reprimanded. He got fired from his job. He got fired from his job for messing with one of the ladies on the job. So why isn't anything being done about these two news anchors? So that posed the question of, somebody said, well, maybe that's his work wife. And I thought about it. I said, work wife. I hear this term all the time, work wife, work husband. But my people that are in relationships, that are married, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, is your significant other allowed to have a work wife or a work husband?
The devil.
The lady didn't get fired for real. He just got fired. See, now that's messy. Now that's shady.
It is.
And I think she was like a VP wife or something. Like she was like a VP of operations wife or something like that.
That's probably why she didn't get fired.
Exactly. But
they was paying him more, so that was the reason to get him fired. They was paying him more, so that's a check that they can they get back in their pocket.
Is your significant other allowed to have a work wife or a work husband? Do you think that's appropriate? No, you said no.
No.
I can honestly say I've had a work husband, but my work husband was gay, so that didn't.
I've had friends that called me. So I had this one girl. I did have this one girl named Brittany. She just weird. She was just really weird. But she used to call me her work wife. She used to call me her work wife. Like I'm serious. But she was married. She was married to a guy. And of course, I'm married.
She was her work wife.
Yeah, she really would call me. She'd be like, "Hey, baby," stuff like that. I'm like, Brittany, throw back up.
Brittany wanted them show cookies.
Brittany, if you throw back up. But no, she was really cool though. She was really sweet. She was a sweetheart. That's the one that actually bought me the picture. She actually went back. She was really sweet. She went back and found Which
the one that did like the ornament or something with Randy on it?
No, it was actual picture frame. She went back and found a picture of me and my brother that passed away. A baby picture of us together. The little kid picture of
now
us.
that's giving creepy, but okay.
I thought it was thoughtful.
Okay, it's giving creepy because why would you go back all the way that far on my Facebook to find this baby picture of me and my brother? That it's giving creep, but okay.
I thought it was thoughtful.
You thought it was
really thoughtful.
I'm gonna let you have that.
Because what I found out later on, everybody, if anybody know my brother, y'all know everybody knows my daggone brother. Found out later on, she know him. He used to be her weed man.
You know it, Nick. You know it.
I'm not faking anything.
You know that I know it, Nick. You know how she get down. We're gonna let her live. We're gonna let her.
I'm not faking anything. She really did used to call. I had a couple of coworkers call me their daggone work wife. I don't know why. I'm not really comfortable with that phase, but
crazy. I've had one coworker that maybe two. I'm gonna say two, but both of my two coworkers that were my work husbands, they were gay. So I don't consider that to be like, anything potentially could happen with us. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, because I was not their cup of tea, honey, but they always was like, you my work wife. But I was bring them things, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She used to bring
each other things. One of them would buy me gas when I ain't had no gas in my car. Right. Shout out to Kevin. Kevin is my work husband. He my soulmate. Kevin is a good girlfriend. He was not trying to get these cookies, honey. No, ma'am. The fact of being with a woman repulsed him.
Well, hold on. Did you have a boyfriend at the time that he was your work husband?
Yeah.
He might have been trying to get past you.
No. Jerome was my boyfriend at the time when Kevin was my
trying to get past you to Jerome. You don't know.
He would buy me gas. He would do anything. If I needed Kevin was really there for me. Shout out to my friend Kevin. Kevin was really there for me in the rough times and everything. Because girl, when I say he was like a ram in the bush, honey, he was a ram in the bush. I was like, dang. But I definitely had two work husbands. Both of them was was gay. Nobody really wanted to eat these cookies, so it was real cool. I never had I'm trying to think. I don't know if any of my boyfriends had a work wife. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Shut up. I don't think so. But I don't like the whole idea of work husband, work wife. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I don't think it's. I think boundaries end up getting crossed eventually.
Exactly. And I see memes all the time about work husbands. While you doing so and so like this is how work husband at work waiting on her to come, and he done put flowers on her desk. Like some people do. Like everybody said, don't nobody be more single than the married people at work. Honey, the married people at work
be in everybody's face.
Them married people at work,
especially if y'all ever worked in the medical field, especially in them hospitals, them nurses and them.
You ever worked in an office setting? Oh,
them nurses,
God. Office settings, but oh my God, that was a TikTok. A nurse had like blasted this other nurse tech and somebody else who was sleeping with the lady husband, and she was like, "Yeah, girl, she all on the floor or whatever, telling people she sleep with this girl husband." And it was like they were co-workers and she was sleeping with her co-worker husband.
The hospitals
the school staff be the worst, Nate. The school staff
the hospital staff be messy.
Oh yeah, the hospital staff.
That's how them nurses end up being wives of the doctors. Y'all better watch your husband. The doctor, you better watch his
when I used to work at Easy Pass, I never called it Easy Pass. I called it Easy Ass because everybody in Easy Pass was having sex with each other, honey. I used to call it Easy Ass because it was not Easy Pass, honey. Easy Ass. Everybody, when I first started working at, I'm going to say like my first 2 years at Easy Pass, that's when I started noticing everything. Mm-hmm. People would be telling me stuff because I was like to myself most of the time. And especially after Kevin left, I was really to myself because me and Kevin were like this. But yeah, school is not as bad, but I know it's normally a lot of old heads in the white women. Oh yeah.
Nate, did you have a work? Did you have a workmate?
Have you ever had a work wife or a work husband?
Did you have a workmate? Anybody that was
Anybody you watching? Have you ever had a work
that was
wife
putting
or a work husband?
apples on your desk?
Okay.
He said side pieces, baby. He said side pieces, baby.
Side pieces.
I can't
do no. My man better not have no work wife or no. I ain't got no man right now, but
I'm gonna go even further. I'm gonna go even further. Because I've heard of it before. Church husbands and wives. I've heard of that before.
Now that's a new tea.
I've heard of that before.
Now I've heard about the people in the church messing with each other, but I ain't never heard no church wife.
You better be.
Would this be like, oh, your wife don't go to church, so but Miss Keisha do, and Miss Keisha is
Miss Shirley. I ain't even talking about Miss Keisha. Let's go back to Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley is 75 years old. Is she out there looking for that young thing?
No. I think Miss Shirley trying to be that man mama.
Miss Shirley is not. Miss Shirley is here to provide.
Now, Sister Keisha, the usher, she probably is.
Cause Sean White ain't there.
Director and stuff.
Sean White come every other week.
To my house. I bought you some lunch. No, the hell you didn't.
Them hot old ladies.
Come to church, yes. And I do be kind of skeptical of like men coming to church and they be married. Where your wife at?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, because Sean don't bring his wife. She be having a hangover. She don't come to church every Sunday.
She a nurse working on Sunday.
Exactly. Miss Shirley Shirley then made his plate first. He was the first person to get a plate. Miss Shirley made his plate, made sure he had seconds and a possible plate to go home.
And a possible plate to go home with. Y'all know y'all wrong. Be digging them old women out in church. Baby,
you need a ride.
Not ever think about having no daggone.
Baby, you need a ride. Keisha ain't come to pick you up. She running late. You need a ride, baby. Sean,
don't forget the deacons. Don't forget the deacons, honey. The deacons be trying it too. The deacons be trying. I never accept. Don't. I cooked a little Sunday dinner. If you want to come by and get a plate, no, ma'am. I'm fine. It be the deacons too. Most of the deacons be married and their wife never come to church.
Never.
Watch the deacons.
Never. Why is they in the church and their wife don't never come to church?
And their wife don't come.
Never. That is the honest truth.
Watch the deacons.
That is the honest truth. They don't never come to church, but being all the young girls
never comes to church.
Being all the young girls' faces in the church. But I'm gonna start talking about church because I don't want nobody to say nothing to me. And
they be the first one trying to give sister such and such a hug.
Right.
Hey, how you doing? How's everything? They do the little shake your hand with the hand on the back. How you been? Everything good. Listen, the deacons be the worst. Don't forget the pastor.
If he a young one.
Girl, if the pastor, let's not talk.
If he a young one.
That's why I said it be the pastors too, child. It be the pastors too. The whole church just be whores. The whole church be full of whores. I know. I went to one like that.
All right, so I have a topic. I think we talked a little bit about it, about this topic before, but it's a different TikTok that went around. I don't know if it was real. I don't know if the video was real or not, because they didn't have the people actually on the video, but you could hear the voices. So that was a question that came to my mind. So the girl was on the TikTok. And the guy was fussing. The girl was fussing. The girlfriend or wife, that's what it was. The wife was fussing because the husband went to go take his child to get some shoes. He went to go take his child to get some shoes. And in the background, you can hear the wife saying, you pay that hoe $11,000 in child support and you still got to buy $1,100. It was $11,000.
What kind of child he got paying $11,000?
It was $11,000. That's what I said. It was $11,000. That's what she said.
Didn't we have this conversation before?
No, this is another one. That's why I said this is a little different, because the reason why it's different, we talked about this conversation before, but this is a new one, because in that conversation, she said, I am sitting here. The wife said, I am here working 2 jobs so you can pay child support. That was my issue.
What?
That wasn't in the first one. That was in this one. She said, I am working 2 jobs. Chris has a work wife.
If Chris has a work wife, he better make sure he can go home with her. Okay, I'm not doing a deacon, and I'm gonna just leave it. Don't do Johnny. Don't do Johnny. Johnny a deacon at the church. Lord, what church he go to? You gotta go. Cause I know that church probably off the chain.
But yeah, so she was saying I work 2 jobs to help you pay child support. I don't know. That's a hard one for me. Why am I working 2 jobs to pay your child support? I understand when we got married, there was an understanding, and I knew you had a child, and I knew that you had to pay child support. But I don't know if I'm going to that extent, because why you not paying your own child support? And I've heard that a lot of times. I've heard
$11,000 a month. That don't make like what kind of job does he have?
I don't know.
It could be what kind of job the wife got too, because sometimes they go off the wife income.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know. They never actually. It wasn't a TikTok or a video where the person was actually on there. It was the voices. Like he kind of had, like the guy had the phone, but the way he had the camera, it wasn't nobody on it. It was like black, but you can hear them arguing in the background. So you don't know who the person was or what kind of job he had. He might have been, I don't know. Maybe he had an Instagram girlfriend. You know, they be paying that kind of money. I don't know. Maybe he was messing with a video.
Weird. That's weird.
I mean, because look at what is the freaking girl? Safari ex-wife, Erica Mina. Mm-hmm. How much money she getting? I mean, you gotta think about it.
Getting $4,000 a month.
But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who he was because he had the camera facing down. It was like black, but you can hear them arguing. So I don't know who exactly he was, but I'm not paying. I'm not paying your child support. I know we getting married, and I come in with the understanding that you have child support, you have a child, you have to take care of, but it's not coming out of my budget. I'm sorry. It's not coming out of my budget. Especially if and that's not being mean. That's not to say, oh, we got married. I don't care. I don't care about your child, because my job is just to be, even as a wife, getting married to someone with a kid. My job is not to take care of your child unless your child is staying. Now, if your child is coming over, when your child comes over to visit, and, if I have kids, I'm doing things, of course, but technically it's not my job to work to take care of your child.
True. In some states, you're legally responsible for your spouse's child support and spousal support. True.
But I'm not doing it. I'm not working. I'm not working.
At that point, I don't think I would get married. But that's one of them things that we would have to talk about before marriage. Like, what are your finances? Are you on child support? Do you have kids? If you have kids, what are you on child support for? If not, how much money do you give them each month for your child or children? How many baby mamas you got?
They go back to the background checks. Y'all better stop hopping in the bed with these folks and do these background checks. Y'all better thorough background checks. Check everything.
Like if he dies, are you responsible for that? If he dies, then what happens? Am I going to be responsible for the child support? Like what happens?
Now, I do know in the military, if I'm not mistaken, in the military, if your spouse cheats and they have a kid out of wedlock and you in the military, that child goes on your insurance. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that.
That makes sense. Because the military take cheating. For them to be so strict about certain things, I think cheating is one of the things that they take serious. But people stay cheating in the military anyway.
Right. I had a lady
with their sergeants and all kinds of things.
I had a lady that happened to. It's crazy. A lady that when I was working in the medical field and I was doing the medical billing, that's what happened to her. She was in the military. Now, I felt bad for her. I don't know. I felt bad for her because if I'm in the military and I'm the one that's making the bulk of the money and I'm going away and you out here cheating, and then I got to come back and add some random child on my insurance, I'm pissed. I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight
I am too.
Because I've been over across seas.
I don't say I would know. I do know. How can I say? I know somebody it happened to. Yeah, I can say that.
I don't know. I just feel bad when it's the woman, especially I feel like if you over there and you not cheating from a woman point of view, if I'm over there and I'm away and I'm serving my country and I'm not cheating and then I come back and you done got some side chick pregnant and then you telling me, oh, and then it pop up, oh, I got to add this child to my insurance. So now it's my responsibility to take care of your child that you had. I think I just go ahead and get a divorce. But here's my question. If they get a divorce, are you still responsible for putting that child on your insurance?
I would say no. I don't know. Honey, I don't know.
Because I'm getting a divorce.
I
I'm
feel
not paying for that. Why I got to suffer for you?
I feel like I'm not Nick telling something really now. No. I feel like for people who have kids outside of the marriage or relationship, I don't feel like it's my responsibility to take care of your child. You are, until you are legally separated, you are responsible. Ooh, until you are legally separated, you are responsible.
That's
wow.
Crazy.
That's weird.
But does that make me ugly as a person because I don't want that child on my insurance? Does that make me a bad person?
I mean, what the child
got to do with
the situation?
Huh?
I mean, in a sense, I would say no, and then I'm kind of on the fence about it because I'm gonna say yeah, because the child
military pay for everything. But military pay for everything. So if I get a divorce and snatch that child off my daggone insurance, so now he gotta go back on Medicare. Is that my problem? I mean, am I bad? I mean, am I a bad person for doing that? Because I feel like at the end of the day, it's really not my responsibility. But
I feel like how Nate's saying, not like an ugly person. It wouldn't make you a mean person, but you have to make the choice of whether you're going to deal with it or you're going to separate.
I'm most definitely separate. I'm not paying for that. I'm not paying for that.
I'm leaving, period.
I'm out. Right. I'm out.
Period. You done cheated and you
ain't getting my benefits. I'm out.
It's another thing that you done had a goddamn child. I'm out of here.
Right. I'm out. You ain't collecting my benefits.
Who is this crumb snatcher? My coworker used to be like a private nurse, and she was telling me how this lady and this husband were married. They got separated. The husband passed away, left the house to the woman. The woman got remarried. Now, her husband and her separated. He died. She got remarried. When she died, her house was supposed to go to her daughter that her and her first husband had together.
The man.
When she died, her husband family is trying to come in and take the house from the daughter and put it in their name, basically. Because the mother, I don't know if she was supposed to be the power attorney of the mother or what happened. I didn't really get into detail because I be trying not to talk to the lady. But she was telling me like briefly, like the woman passed away. She was married to this man. She never met the man kids. The lady my coworker was helping this lady as she got older. She was cleaning her, being her home nurse. And she's never met this man kids, never seen this man kids, never even knew the man had kids up until the woman passed away. And then he
died, no kids.
Then he died, right? And at his funeral, that's when his kids showed up and wanted to take the house from the daughter, from the woman's daughter. And it's not even their house. It's not even your father's house. This is my mama and my daddy house. And you raggedy crumb snatchers think y'all finna come in here and take my mama and my daddy house because your daddy used to live here. He dead? No, ma'am. So
your daddy should have left you. Your daddy should have left you something. That ain't my responsibility.
My coworker had to go to court for the daughter, like to testify or whatever about the whole situation. I just thought the situation was bizarre because I'm like, how in the hell kids who are not even a part of this family trying to come in and take a house that's not theirs. All because they daddy was married to my mom. Huh?
I mean, the right thing to do, honestly, the right thing to do, especially if you never met this woman, the right thing for them to have done was to say, hey, can we sit down? And I know that, you know, my father, y'all didn't know of us.
The right thing for them to do was nothing. The right thing for them to do was leave that woman alone and get her damn house. That's not her.
That's what happens though. When people die, you see the most ugly come out of people. When people pass away,
oh my God, yes.
You see the ugliest side of people. Everybody is
especially if they left a sock or a keychain. So many people fighting over the threads of a sock and a keychain because somebody is dead and gone. And they want it.
They can't wait. They
it's
really
so
can't.
Sad.
Like they
so
really
sad.
They really like when my brother passed away, everything in his house, like things that pots, pans, things like that. My mama had to force a lot of the stuff because I didn't want it. I didn't want to. To me, a genuine, I don't want to say genuine, but to me, they bring hurt. I felt like they brought hurtful feelings.
Oh, the items or the people?
The items, just having the items like hurtful memories.
My mother dies and she didn't leave a will. Okay.
I felt like they would bring a hurtful memory. So for me, it was really hard to want anything because the reminder, I don't care. To me, I feel like I don't care about the stuff. I want the person that's gone to be here.
I get what you're saying, but for me, I feel like I'm different though, because if it was like if the shoe was on the other foot for me, same situation, I would want something of my brothers so that I can, you know, I know you got memories and stuff like that, but I want to be able to give something to his child or his children.
Well, that's why I said my mother like basically pushed like it ended up being good because I actually do have things to give them when they get older. I have motorcycle helmets that he had, so each of them has a motorcycle helmet. When they get older, I'll go ahead and give it to them. You know, my brother did a lot of construction and a lot of things with his hands, so I have hammers for the boys that I'll give them when they get older. Not right now because they mothers is crumb snatchers, so I'm not giving them anything because half of their mamas is to the point where they're handed over to their boyfriend.
Sad.
And they never see it again. So yeah, I have those things to give to his sons once they get to a certain age. But for me, I don't know. It was even like my grandmother, even when my grandmother passed away, I didn't take anything. I don't think I have anything from mama. Outside of pictures, that's because I was holding them for Ashley, but I don't have anything of my own, which I regret later on. Now, mama is kind of different. I regret later on for my grandmother because it's like certain things when you lose a grandparent, it's certain things that you want to keep going. Like, you know, my grandmother cooked a lot. So the cooking things, like her,
I wouldn't mind having like some of her skillets, like I would
things like that.
Those things have sentimental value.
Yeah.
This is my grandmother used to make whatever out of it, cornbread in this cast iron skillet.
Yeah, that I understand. Those are things that I regret not taking advantage of, but it's different when it comes to death. I'm not a person, I just can't deal with that. So I'm not thinking at the time the way everybody else is thinking, like, all right, I'll put this to the side, or oh, she left me this necklace, I'll put this to the side. I'm that person. I don't even want to be there. I don't even want to be there to think about, you know, because it's hard. I just want that person to be here. I don't have
you have a hard time dealing with that or accepting that.
Yeah, I can't. It's just not something that I can accept. So for me to even take those things, I'm not thinking, I'm not processing, okay, this is for sentimental value. I just don't want it. I just don't want it. That's just me. I still really don't have anything for my brother. Everything that I do have for him is for his kids. I just kind of have in storage for his kids when they get older. I still don't have anything personal of my own because I plan on giving everything to his kids.
Oh, okay.
I think I did have something. What did I find? I found something that my uncle gave me down at his. It was like a hat that he used to wear. And you know, Randy had always kept oil on him. He always kept his like really oily. So I have a hat and it smells so stanky. It smells like oil and sweat, but I ain't never washed it. That's one thing.
That's something of sentimental value.
Yeah, that one hat. It's a hat. I don't think nobody know I got the hat though. My uncle found it down in his my uncle found it down.
Baby mama, she got his hat. That had $10,000 in it. He can put it 3 ways.
Y'all not getting that hat. Y'all gonna have to fight me for it. Because I think it was a hat that he wore when he worked, so it really smells like sweat and oil and him just working in it. And the smell still hasn't gone away. Like I keep it in a little bag, a Ziploc bag, but the smell has not gone away to this day. Just sniffing that hat is like he's standing right there again. Nobody's getting a hat. I'm sorry. Not even his kids. You're not getting a hat. You're not getting stuff for y'all.
That hat worth $10,000 now.
You can come fight me. Fight me for it. What they say, fight me. You're not getting it.
Ratchet ass white women.
You was not supposed to say that. You're not supposed to say that. Put the disclaimer up because you're not supposed to say that.
Don't check me.
But anyway, let's get into this topic.
Let's get into hot topic. Let's get into the topic of today's
show. Because I didn't say none of it. It was her solely by herself.
Ratchet ass white girls.
Oh God.
Trailer trash and wannabe black girl.
Oh God.
You pick, choose which one is which.
Anyway, get to your topic. You are so messy.
My topic today is about love. We use this word all the time. This one little 4-letter word means a whole lot. In the terms of love, when it comes to relationships, I had a question based upon a post that I had posted previously, like last year or a couple years ago. And it went a little something like this. It was talking about love when it comes to the significance of getting married. You know, as girls, we all have that idea. I don't know about you, but as a young girl, I've always had, oh my God, when I get married, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have that, I'm gonna do that. And we're never taught what the significance behind the ring is, right? What comes after? What comes after the glitz and the glamour? And even what's before? Because when you put this ring on your finger, the idea is that you will be with this person until the day he or she dies, right? That's the idea.
Right.
However, it doesn't tell you how to maneuver through your marriage. How are you prepared for this? Because oftentimes we're like, I want to get married. But the question...
Everybody think about the wedding.
But the question that I had, I'm going to read it. Excuse the language, Nate. But it says, fuck the ring. Ask yourself if you want to be legally bound to that energy, not the sex or the comfort, the awkward silences, the neglect, the disrespect, the feeling half love, the second guessing your worth kind of energy. Too many women make getting the ring the goal simply because they don't want to be alone or have aligned their worth with their marital status. But to legally bind yourself to half-assness just to be able to post a ring, I'm a wife now is absolutely something to aspire to. But are you a wife to who though? What type of person, the type of lover, friend, support system, parent, are they even your equal? The ring means absolutely nothing if you make it a goal. All that anxiously waiting for them to propose will have you missing the signs that they shouldn't propose. And that resonated with me because I tell all the people a lot. A lot of my friends are married, and I don't idolize anybody's relationship because I don't know what the fuck go on behind closed doors. But with that being said, do I want to get married? Absolutely, I do. Are my chances of getting married dwindling? And am I settling with the fact that I may be single forever? Absolutely, I am. However, when I think about it, I think about what is really the significance behind the ring. Because we oftentimes, like I said, we miss the signs early on, and we are so blinded by being with this person. This is it for me, and they satisfy our souls for that moment. But when I think about it, and I think about commitment, I even go into this when I think about my relationships, because nobody going into a relationship thinking I'm gonna be with this person for 6 months or I'm gonna be with this person for 2 years. We go into it thinking, okay, I'm gonna be with this person forever. However, can that person really pour into you? You know, when you having your dark days, when you being depressed, or when you have low self-esteem, or when you are self-conscious, when you're getting fired, can this person really pour into you? And most importantly, can you pour into them? Because we oftentimes drain ourselves of the energy trying to pour into our mates who are not even receiving it. So,
True.
I posed the question, what does love look like to you? You know, what does love mean to you? When
True.
it comes to marriage, when it comes to a boyfriend or girlfriend, any type of significant other, what does love look like to you? I don't know if you can answer that, but go ahead.
First off, I think it's true what you said. Parents tend to push the narrative of you're supposed to get married, you're supposed to get, especially with young girls. A lot of parents push that narrative of, you know, you're supposed to be married, you're supposed to be married, you're not supposed to give yourself away, you're not supposed to be out here, you know, dilly-dallying and messing with he, him, she, who, her, whatever. But that is a great idea, and I think that is a great point. While you're pushing your girl that you want a husband, you want to be married, you want to be a wife, you don't want to be a girlfriend, you don't want to be a baby mother, you want to also have the talk with them about, you want to also have that talk with them about what it took you. If you are married, you know, you also want to give them the idea of what it took for them to make their marriage last. You want to give those ideas, you want to have those conversations, because you're right, a lot of girls don't know, or they don't have the idea in their head of when it's time to call it quits, when you need to walk away, that it's okay to walk away. You're only pushing the narrative of you should be a wife, but you're not letting them know that it's okay if you have to walk away. So right. To them, in their head, they're processing, what are my parents going to think if I walk away? What are they going to think if I give this up, if I don't give this marriage a try? So let them know everything. Don't just let them know the good. You have to be a wife, you want to have kids, let them know everything. Let them know your ups and your downs. And I know a lot of people try to cover up those things because they don't want certain thoughts in their kids' mind to look at them a certain way, to look at their parents' marriage a certain way. But I really think it is a good idea to let them know the good and the bad of being married to each other.
Right.
As far as the marriage thing goes, I think a lot of girls right now, I think a lot of these young girls, they don't think past the wedding. They get so excited about the Vera Wang dresses. They get so excited about how many people they're going to show off in front of. They get so excited about the type of dance that they're going to do. They get so excited about the bridal party. They get so excited about what their cake is going to look like. They get so excited about, I wonder what ring he bought me. Things like that. They don't think past that. They don't think. And so another good thing that comes into play when you getting married is y'all have to still believe in counseling and premarital counseling, which a lot of people don't do. A lot of people do not
don't want to do it.
They don't think about that. And because some people automatically assume counseling means that there's an issue. It's not. It's not that there's an issue. It's that you have to take this counselor so you can learn more about this person. And that really helps you to figure out what your future is going to be with that person. Understanding their traumas. Because, yeah, y'all dating. Y'all dated for 7. You can date for 7 years. You can date for 8 years. But if that person is not one of those type of people that's comfortable with expressing their childhood traumas, you're not going to know that until you get married to them. And then you find out later on down the line, damn, his mama used to beat his daddy. Why he keep putting me in this corner? He wasn't like that at the beginning. Because you didn't find out what his childhood traumas were. Or why she keep talking to me sideways. She didn't start this when we got married, but now she's verbally abusive. I'm going to say him and her. I'm not going to just take up for the women. I'm not just going to take up for the women. I'm going to take up for the men too, because there are just as many violent husbands as there are verbally abusive wives.
Oh my God. You better say that.
Don't think that there aren't verbally abusive wives. They are out there, and not to the point where they're cussing them out and saying, "Oh, you ain't this and you ain't that and you ain't," but just verbally abusive, saying, well, in front of the kids, everything like that. Y'all have to really think about that. So again, premarital counseling is really good because you really get to know about this person, and that counselor is there to bring out things that person probably would have never told you. And now you stuck.
Yep.
Now you stuck. And then the biggest thing with that is a lot of people don't want to get embarrassed. So now you done had this big old wedding. You got all your homegirls thinking, oh my God, I'm so jealous of her. She got this nice wedding. Y'all seen her, their honeymoon pictures, and they went to Dubai, and oh my God, her wedding had to be over $100,000 and this and that, and they want this. But now you stuck in a situation that you didn't know you were putting yourself into. And now you're embarrassed to leave the situation because you to put on this big old show, which was your wedding. You to put this big old show on for all these people. So now you feel like you stuck because you don't want people to look at you like, damn, that didn't last long.
Right.
That didn't last long.
A lot of people don't think about that though. I'm gonna even say for myself, like I said in the beginning, a lot of us girls, young girls who envision themselves getting married, we think about things like that. Like, oh my God, what is my dress going to look like? What, how many people are coming? Who's going to be my bridesmaids? We don't know about love until we've been through some things, or until we get in a relationship and they're not giving us what we need. And then we're lacking these things now. And it's like, dang, my mama for me, my mom and my father, I don't have married parents. Neither one of my parents are married. Neither one of my parents ever been married. They've never even been married to each other. So I can't go to my mom and be like, well, what do you deal with in your marriage? Or how did you deal with that? I can't go to my dad and be like, Dad, what should I do? I can't go to them for marital advice. Only people I can go to for marital advice will be my friends. And unfortunately, no disrespect to y'all, I'm not going to my friends for marital advice. I'm just not doing it. I am 100% sold on I'm 100% sold on therapy for couples. And I don't want it to just end at before we got married.
Yeah.
This need to be a continuous thing that we would have to go to and through all the time. If I get married, that will be one of my stipulations for my marriage. Every 6 months, we need to go see a therapist. Every 6 months, we need to go see a counselor, because sometimes we as women and men don't know how to convey our emotions. We don't know how to say how we feeling. Well, you did something that bothered me, and because I don't want to listen to you and I'm just listening to be defensive and I'm not listening to hear you out, that's when we come and that's when we disconnect. That's when you start having these problems. That's when things start piling up. I'm an advocate for, and just say, oh, you I sure will. I am an advocate for healthy communication, especially when it comes down to relationships. I am an avid for going to therapy together. Like you said, that premarital counseling. And I feel like like I said, it shouldn't even stop at the before the wedding day. It should be a continuous thing. We shouldn't have to go to counseling when we notice we got problems. We should keep this counseling thing going because that will
and I think it helps.
Be beneficial for your relationship.
That's what I'm going to say. I think it helps because you can better understand your partner, so you can better understand how to deal with your partner when they have breakdowns and meltdowns and they have bad days and they have good days. You can better understand not only because canceling is not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's not bad.
You can you can better understand not only, how to deal with their bad days, but deal with their good days. Deal with their what do they call it? Their love languages. You gotta understand their love languages. Things that make that relationship healthy, that make that marriage last. That opens the line of communication because let's just be honest. Everybody communicates different.
Everybody communicates differently.
So that therapy
people don't even know how to communicate at all.
Exactly. That's what I said. That therapy is beneficial because you can learn what type of communicator your partner is. You can learn those things. It's a lot of beneficial things, but some people are just so gun-ho on what these weddings are looking like. It's ridiculous. And I am 100% backer. I am 100% backer of what they always say on Instagram. The courthouse marriages end up lasting longer than the big wet marriages. I believe it. I got married in a courthouse.
I believe in a half and half. I've experienced some people. Therapy is very important, especially if you're both taking heed. It is. Therapy is extremely important. I want my future partner to want to be able to go to therapy. I want my future partner to be like, yeah, we doing this together because this is going to help us. You get to talk about each other's expectations and problems because my thing is I am very big on communication. Whether we're doing it effectively or not, we got to communicate. And the only way that we probably can communicate effectively is if we go to therapy. Because like I said, we're not listening to gain knowledge. We're listening to be defensive, and that's both parties. Especially when shit hit the fan, and now all of a sudden we scrambling, trying to figure out, well, what you did. Well, you said this. Well, you did this. Well, you said that. So it's like, come on now. But to bring about what you said about the courthouse, I can honestly say it's been for me. I've seen some real live, like lavish weddings last. And I've seen some courthouse weddings last. And I've seen some courthouse weddings getting divorced. And I've seen some lavish weddings get divorced. It's just depend on you and your person and how y'all are loving each other.
Absolutely.
Like you said, the love language. Do your person like you? You don't like to be touched. So, your husband will be like, all right, I ain't even going. I might want to give a little hug right now, but I can't hug KD every day. I can't hug my wife every day. Now, I can only hug her on every third Friday at 2 p.m. for 3 minutes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know how to do it. But like, all right, David need a little hug today. I'm going to go get my man a hug. Do something different. He ain't expecting it. And it's like, you have to determine what love looks like to you.
Absolutely.
Your standard. Never idolize anybody's relationship because, baby, you don't know what the heck is going on behind
the clothes. On the outside is not always accurate.
You on the outside looking all happy and clappy, and then when they notice you out that window, he done banged her head up against the wall. You looking all happy into the window, and as soon as you leave, she done tripped him down the steps and tried to poison him. Like, you don't know. You don't know. And
you can never wish for what somebody else has. It's not good to pray and wish for what somebody else has because you don't know if they only show you half of what they go through.
My cousin said it's not complicated. It's not peaches, but it's just like people don't want to put the work in. People don't want to sit down and really put the work in to make things effective in their relationship because they so used to having a cop out to everything. Everything is a cop out nowadays. Well, I mean, I cheated on you because You ain't know how to really make my breakfast in the morning. I told you I like scrambled eggs with cheese, and you would just scramble my eggs, not really put cheese in it on some days. Like we don't really sit down to really work out the internal issues that are plaguing our relationships. We refuse to put that work in. And instead of us putting work in, we would rather keep being damaged, keep being damaged, and keep being shut up, Nate. We would rather keep being damaged and keep making excuses for ourselves. And then when we jump in our next relationship, it's going to be the same thing that's popping up with Laquan that you had with Keisha. And now you like, see, you just like Keisha. You ain't even listening to me when you're like, well, it's not really me, Raekwon. It's you. It's you.
True.
You're bringing the toxic environment into our home. It's you.
True. A lot of people, it's I can't say, I say it all the time on the show. Marriage is a lot of work. And some people just not willing to put in that work. Some people just feel like, oh, that's not working and that's it. And then I'm out. They don't want to put in that work. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. This is how your grandparents got to that point of being married for 30 some years, 40 some years, because they put in the work that needed to be put in. They put in, they fought for their marriages. And a lot of people don't want to do that. A lot of people just so quick to quit because they looking at other people. They looking and following social media. They looking and follow what society thinks you're supposed to have in a relationship, what a relationship is supposed to look like. No, the best thing that you can do for yourself is do what works for you. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself. But you can't just jump in a marriage thinking it's a Cinderella story.
A lot of people ain't even looking at social media. A lot of people looking at their friends. A lot of people are looking at their friends and being like, see, look how they getting along. You see how they doing it, but not even knowing that probably 5 minutes before they came to y'all, they was in there about to bang each other head out. You don't know. But people put on that mask every day when they go around their friends or when they go around their family. Like, all right, come on, we got to get it together. We supposed to be the happy couple. We supposed to be the it couple. We're supposed to be that couple. You have no idea what people are masking after they leave you. You have no idea what is happening after they leave that social setting. You have no idea what's happening in their homes. When they go to bed at night, he might be in one room, she might be in the other.
Right.
She might be on the couch, he might be in the bed. You don't know. You don't know. So I will never idolize somebody's relationship because for me, my love is going to look like what I want my love to look like.
Exactly.
Not what I want. Not, I'm idolizing Beyonce and Jay-Z relationship and this happened, I got cheated on.
Right.
Oh, I'm praying for my Russell Wilson too because Sierra got her a good man. Not even knowing what Sierra had to go through or what Russell had to go through or what they go through every day.
Together, right.
We don't know. And we continuously look at people. Like you said, most importantly, celebrities, and we like, y'all, see, I want that. And it's like, you don't know what that woman went through. You don't know what that man went
perfect. No marriage is perfect. There is no such thing as a perfect marriage. None. I don't care what y'all think.
There's no such thing as a perfect anything.
None.
No perfect boyfriend and girlfriend, no perfect fiance, no perfect anything. I recall having a conversation with a lady yesterday, and she was just, me, I got that persona. Everybody just want to talk to me. So, she just started opening up about her previous marriage. And she was like, my husband gave me everything. And I had no idea my husband was cheating on me until one day I'm in the mall and his co-worker saw me and she spilled the beans. This man went to work every day. He never deviated. He never swayed from anything that he had going on with the life. Never faulted. And then one day, she see the co-worker and the co-worker like, wait a minute, you such and such wife. Because even at his desk at work, he got a wall full of nothing but you. And the people he cheating with, the co-worker see the wall full of nothing but you. And what happens? I found out my husband cheating. She said, I never knew all those years he was doing all of these things. And because he never wavered and he never broke a pattern, I wouldn't have never known. If that co-worker would have never seen her, she'd have kept going in life thinking like, oh, this man is the perfect man ever. And it's like, nope. And when she put two and two together and things started really opening up, because like she said, he had credit cards, he had everything, but his deal was he had money. He was not spending any cards. He would use cash. We had to stop letting broke people break us. That part.
Definitely.
She said she never knew. She never knew this man. And then as soon as she left him, all of these people started coming up the woodworks like, oh yeah, I messed with him. Oh yeah, I messed with him. Oh yeah.
That's how it happened.
Like what?
Because let me explain something to you. Here's another thing that people don't understand. I had a conversation with a friend, with a close friend of mine. I ain't gonna put him out there so y'all won't know exactly who I'm talking about. I'm gonna say friend. I had a conversation with a close friend of mine. He's a guy, and this is his take on it. So with BlackRoses, to go along with what BlackRoses was saying about this woman, he has a significant other at home. They have a nice house, bought a nice house. He buys this girl anything she wants. She gets new cars anytime she wants. Keep, money in her pocket. This girl pretty much is spoiled. He spoils her to death. That's his girl. He loves the mess out of her. They live together, anything, trips, anything this girl wants, she can get. But this guy continuously cheats. And when I asked him one day about it, we were standing there and I asked him, we standing there, I had a conversation. I said, why do you cheat on this girl when this girl is because I've met the girl. I'm like, this girl is really nice. Why do you cheat on her? Won't you just commit to her? Y'all been together for so long. Y'all been together for years. He said, it's just me. But the other thing that he said is, I told him, you don't have to tell. Eventually, the other female is going to tell.
Somebody's going to tell it. Mm-hmm.
No, this was his take. But why? If I'm giving her, my girlfriend, if I'm giving the other girl everything that I'm giving my girlfriend and I'm treating her the same way, why would she tell her? She happy too.
Some females will do it because they want that other lifeline to be cut off. Because in some of their minds, they're like, well, if I tell her, she gonna leave him and I'm gonna slide right in.
No, but that's true. When he said it like that, I understand that. Why would you? Like people, like somebody said this. I don't know if it was you, BlackRoses, or who said it, but here's the thing: if you getting everything that the main woman is getting, minus the headaches, minus having to deal with him every day, minus having to deal with his ups and downs every day, minus having to deal with all the bad things, and she's the one that got to deal with that in order to get the same things I'm getting. Why wouldn't I stay on the side when I only got to deal with the good side?
Because eventually the side chick want to be the main chick. I ain't never seen anybody want to stay a side chick forever.
Not always. He's
not always, but sounds very delusional. Sounds very delusional.
He has been like that for years.
He doesn't understand that what he's going to get it. Now, whether that karma comes now or later, somebody's going to be like, wait a minute, we need to be married. Nobody, I don't care who it is. Nobody want to remain a side chick forever.
Exactly. That's always been my take. Well, that's always been my take on things. That's one of the reasons why, and I say it over and over again, I'm not going through no phones. I'm not finna go on social media. I'm not playing these games with you. Why do I have to do all this work when side chicks don't want to be side chicks forever? So eventually that person will come out, and when the ball drops, you gonna know something. I'm not doing all that work.
Prepare for the consequences. Prepare for the consequences.
Exactly. I'm not doing all that work. It's no need.
People don't want to be prepared for consequence.
It's
people don't. We don't like being held accountable. Nobody really likes accountability because that makes you vulnerable. You then have to say, you know what? I fucked up. Nobody really want to take their L. Nobody really wants to take their L and go about their business. People want to keep the lie going. They want to keep it pushing. They want to keep it moving because it's like, dang, if they don't find out, fine, good. I'm hoping she don't find out. That way I can keep going how I'm going and keep doing what I'm doing, and then hopefully I won't get caught. That's really what people are thinking. Nobody wants to just really be like, you know what? I don't really want to be with her. Let
Excuse
me go
me.
with somebody else.
Excuse me.
Oh, here we go. Let's go. Let's get it. I got my gloves on today.
He always coming at the last little 30 minutes.
My gloves on today.
Because when I start hearing delusional stuff being talked about, then it just stirs something up in me.
In my spirit.
An
But
experience.
it's so easy to blame the men, and these women know who these men are when they convince them, force them, trick them, push them into relationships that they know they don't want to be in.
Exactly.
So when you are number one and you know that part of his funding is going to help somebody else, you know that, and you stay comfortable as long as it's not put out on the streets. But then when the side chick wants what she gets and what you get, then you have a problem with that. But you stay in this knowing about her, him, them, and everybody else concerned.
Yeah.
But you were okay as long as your delusion
I feel like,
was
you know
kept
what?
intact.
I can honestly say that. For me, I stayed in
Uh-oh.
a situation. I'm gonna keep it real. I stayed in a situation knowing I wasn't I ain't gonna say number one, but knowing that he had a tendency to stray away. You know, he had that. And I saw the red flags and I knew, and I should have walked away early on, but I stayed. And I kind of would say, I wouldn't say I forced this man to be with me, but I feel like for myself, I'm gonna take accountability. I feel like I forced him to be with me, and when the outcome became the outcome, here I am looking stupid and begging and thinking, oh, I need some sympathy, when it's like, what you need sympathy for? Because if you would have got your ass out of it in the beginning, you wouldn't be going through this.
Oh, wait a minute. Not she learned a lesson.
Not you learned a lesson. Not you saw the red flags and thought she was at Carnival and you wanted to keep going to the goddamn parade talking about wind it up. No, ma'am. You knew.
But what red flags did you not see? See, I hate when people when they see red flags, because you saw that shit wasn't a red flag. He told you, look, I like to date other people. These men today are the most honest that they have ever been in life.
Say that again.
And you and
say that again.
That's why it's a lot
these
of
men are telling you the truth, and it's not necessarily a new thing. These men have told you the truth.
No, say what you
when you head to midnight or 1 a.m. on Christmas, or you only got to see them at 6 a.m. when they were doing a market run for the person who they really in love with. You were okay with it, but somehow your feelings got involved with somebody who clearly don't want you.
Clearly.
And that's one thing I don't understand about.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like delusion. I don't.
That's one thing I don't understand about.
With you. I have lived a delusional life.
Not a delusional life.
A delusional life. I have lived a delusional life before.
Oh, I hope he delivered you.
The Lord, absolutely.
Somebody, I don't care who it was.
The Lord.
Y'all are crazy. I think that's why. I don't know. I ain't never been a side. I ain't never played number two. That's one thing that I played in my head for as long as I can remember. I can't be number two to nobody. I just can't. I can't accept that number two accountability. Not to say I may have been. That's what I say. Not to say that I may have been. I may have very well been. I not to my knowledge, I've never been the one to play number two.
Not even for some penis.
Listen, I can't even be number one knowing that there's a number two.
Right.
No, ma'am.
I'm just not
I'm number only, or I ain't number shit.
If I was number two to anybody,
I don't know.
bring it to if I was number two to somebody, trust me, they did some work to make you knowledgeable that I was number one. Because I have never put myself in that position to be number two to anybody.
That you
I can't
know
play the
of.
side chick. Yeah, that's what I said. That I know of. That I know of. I can't. I
Here's
can't
the thing.
do it.
Just like
It's
you said
too
with
much.
that person, that guy who is playing that role with number one, he's probably playing that role with number two too.
But
And
it's
she
not,
probably
he's
thinking she
not,
number
y'all, I need y'all women to listen and listen to me good. He's not playing a role. That is who he
one. I
is.
know.
That
I
is
know.
who he showed you. He
I knew
told
when
you
you
when he
started
did
talking about
not
the
come
situation.
home for 2 nights. He told you when he
Ain't
slept with
no
your
way in
friend and you
hell me
forgave
and
him
L
and let
Man
your
who
friend
live
go.
together. Listen, ain't L Man whoever lived with me thought he was. That's one thing I can say. Ain't L Man I ever lived with thought he was gonna come home in 2 days the next day. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Cause
Oh, okay.
what you can do, I can do better. You want to stay going to
See,
bed?
and
I'll
that's
stay
see,
all
and
day
now
week.
now the truth is coming out. So
Listen,
we
I'm
we
gonna be
playing
honest
the game,
about that
and see
part though.
that's what's getting a lot of women single right now because they're trying to play the games that
You
these
right.
men are playing.
You
So
know
is
what?
it right or wrong to do it though? Sometimes you gotta give people a lesson. I'm going to say that.
But
Some people,
how you gonna teach somebody who's
How you
doing what
gonna
you
teach him a
doing a
lesson and you
lesson?
going right back to him? That's what I had to learn myself. I
I'm
had
not
to
saying
learn.
go back to them. I'm
Listen,
saying teach them a lesson and then go. I still
no,
gotta get my get back. How wrong with
No.
you? I gotta get my get back before I go.
no.
I gotta get my get back.
I'm
I
learning.
can't.
You know what?
I'm
I
sick
used
to
to have
that.
that
Then just
mentality.
leave then. Just
Listen. I
leave.
No,
used to have that
I
mentality,
am.
but the
After I get my
ultimate
get
get
back.
back is leaving and not saying anything, cutting off
Nope.
communication.
Yeah.
That is the ultimate get
That's
back.
true.
I'm learning that
That's
hurt
true.
worse
But a
because
lot
you
of
know
people.
why? Men operate in a sense of I know she gonna do it because you be fighting on your man, Black Rose. I'll bust a nigga head quick. What's the problem?
See, you not getting. Tamika said I'm a serial dater.
Listen, I'm telling you. Listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm playing number two ain't worth it. I agree. That's right, cousin. Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Getting the get back is not all it's cracked up to be because you will still leave yourself with that empty hole feeling like, damn, he got me first. And then you getting back with him and then, but the signs are there if you never date a man with him in the daytime, if he never lets you come to his house, if you don't get phone calls or you can call him after a certain time of night. The signs be there.
Right.
But tell me the what is a sign? He's telling you I don't deal with you. He
Right.
told when you met him, he told you his name was C. And you said, what that stand for? He was like, C, everybody call me C.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know my name. I don't
That's
know.
why I don't date man to
I
tell.
don't
I
want
don't
you
give
to
no
know where I
nicknames. What's
live
your
at.
name your mama gave you? What's your mama, the mama
And
name?
just a little secret, not all of those men got somebody at home. They
Not
just
all of
don't
them
want
did.
you there.
Yep.
Right. That's true.
Say that. Say that,
That
Nate.
is true.
Not
That
all of
is
them got
true.
somebody at home. They just don't want you there.
You're not that one.
You're
You're
not
not
that
the one for
one.
them.
I said this
No, you're
all the
not.
time. I'm not doing the lesson. I'm
You up
doing
there
the next.
spending your
That's
money
right.
getting your hair and nails done for somebody who don't even choose you.
Who ain't even
Let
who
me out of
choosing
let
a
me out of here. Let me mute myself. Let me do my job. I'm gonna mute myself.
No,
Yes,
don't mute
do your
yourself
job.
now. You listen. He 9 times out of 10 choosing a bitch that shop at Rainbow and got on
Right.
$3 boots, and you
Hey,
over here
not
with a
wrong, Rainbow.
$300 hairstyle, $400 hair in your head, and $500 boots on your feet, and you getting cheated on with
That's
a bitch.
probably why he don't want you, because you sitting there and spending all his damn money.
And all
Because
she had me with is a
he's
chicken box,
paying
a
attention.
chicken box and a half a head.
He's telling you what he wants. And you're acting as if you know what
Better
he
go to
wants
Rainbow.
by
Exactly.
putting on the expensive and
Better go to
twisting your
Rainbow.
titties up. He's telling you what he
He's
wants.
telling you what he wants. He's
You
telling
don't
you.
know this man's last name.
You
You
don't
don't
even know
know if
the
his
man
first name
mama
really
name.
his first. Did
I
he tell you
think
his name was Mike? Did he say my
you
name
know
Mike?
what the
Did he
lesson.
say my name was what's another one? Mike or
My name
that's
P.
Mike. Mike
PJ.
is
My
the
name P. My
James.
name
PJ.
PJ. Yeah,
My
they give me
name
these little. My
PJ.
name Quan Quan.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
call me
I
Madman
think.
up the way.
Well, okay. So
But guess
what
what he
Angie
asked you?
said.
What's your name?
What's your
Where
name?
you
Here you
live
go.
at?
Here you go.
What's your
Keisha.
address? What's your
Keisha.
phone number? And guess what you do? You give it to him.
Get right to him. Get right to
You
him.
give him all your information,
What
and
Angie
all
said.
you know, all you know is the name that the dudes around the way call them. That you ain't never met them either. Let
The
me.
whole
I'm.
time he the nigga
Let
that
me
they
get
send
off
to the
here.
store. He don't even be outside.
What
He
Angie
the nigga
said
they send to
is.
the store. He don't even be on the block like he be claiming.
What Angie said is, I'm walking away as a lesson. A lot of people are scared to, though. That's the whole thing. A lot of females are scared to walk away because they scared that
He wasn't scared to cheat on you, so why the hell you scared to walk away?
that's what I'm saying. A lot of women, for them playing in their head, you think about that scenario that people, or that thing that people always say, if you walk away and it'll come, if it's meant to be, it'll come back around type thing. A lot of women are scared of that because they scared that they might not be the one. So they don't
I
want to
feel
walk
like women
away.
like that are scared to be alone.
Exactly. They scared that they're not that one that he's willing to come back to. If I
But
let him
but say
go,
but say that. But please say that out loud for the people in
Please,
the
please,
on the short bus.
please.
You are afraid that you are not the one, so you hold on tighter to someone that's showing you you're not the one.
right.
Lord,
I
if
just, I
y'all
just,
ain't in somebody bushes today,
It goes back to what we say on the show a lot. Just know your worth.
just know your worth. And also stop thinking you can change everybody. Stop thinking that the love you give them, they will eventually see you for who you are. Baby, they gonna just
Because
drain
why
your
you putting
energy.
that much work into a
They gonna
relationship that ain't
drain
gonna
your
last
energy.
anyway?
Huh?
Because why you putting that much work into a relationship that ain't gonna last anyway? I'm not putting that much work into a relationship that's not gonna last anyway.
But
I'm
we
not
all don't
doing
know
that
if the
much work.
relationship gonna last. We
I'm
don't
not
know.
putting that much. Why is you putting that much work? You putting
But
so much work into you making yourself sick. You making yourself sick because you putting that much work into a relationship, trying to hold a relationship back
maybe my
because
head,
you
when I
scared
say
to
I was
leave.
stressed out, head falling out, checking this nigga phone every. Listen, I'm
I'm
telling you,
not. See, that's too much
one
work.
day I was sitting
let
on
me.
the floor crying
Too
because
much
I
work.
couldn't get in a nigga phone.
Too
So
much
so
work.
let so let me
Too
say
much work.
something. I was in a barber shop yesterday, and
I haven't met a
there's a
female
new barber at my barber shop, and
be
this
with
was
good
a guy in his chair, and he was talking about a young lady that he just finished, dogging basically. That's the
What?
gist of what he was saying. So he's talking about moving out of the state with her. Now this woman,
Hold on.
he
What
said
is he? Dog?
when he first met her, he let her know that I'm not a one woman man and all that, and he began to say she still kept pursuing him.
Mm.
He said after they went out the first time, he fucked her. She wouldn't let him come in her house, so he fucked her in the car. Excuse my language. I'll put my dollar in the baskets as well. He did it to her in the car because she didn't want him to come in her house because she felt that him coming in the house would make him feel some kind of way, and she didn't want him to be that comfortable with her yet. So she proceeded to have sex with him in the car. Now I'm not judging
She already
anybody
gave him the
because we've
cookie.
all made mistakes, but he's talking about how he's going to play this relationship. So she's somewhere thinking she got a winner. Very nice man. He was talking about what type of job, has a nice job, a nice career, can do whatever he want to do. And that's what she sees. She's missing these red flags that y'all talk about.
Uh-huh.
These are invisible red flags that y'all talk about.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
where where he's telling you who you are in his life. Now he also was going after he left there on a date with someone else.
Mm.
And he was very leisure about telling us this. I
Mm.
never met this man a day in my life. But this woman is somewhere getting ready for him to come home to her after he gets home from the date.
Mm.
Wow.
I just want y'all to wake up a little bit. Just a
Right.
little
I
bit.
think I think for most women, we go into
It's easy.
relationships with the hopes that it's gonna end how we want it to end. And that's for some people, for some women, it's ultimately a wedding. It's a wedding.
That's right.
However, we have to, like you said, stop ignoring the red flags early.
There are no red flags. There are no red flags.
If you coming home there are red flags now. There's so many red flags these men are putting out. Think about the times that he's calling you. Think about his availability.
But that's not a red flag. I get it. A red flag is a warning sign.
Right.
He may not be verbally saying it, but he's showing you.
Exactly.
Red flag. A red flag would be dealing with somebody who's trying to paint the picture of them being committed to you. He's letting you know, I bet your homeboys, you're not coming.
No,
and that's not a problem.
Like that. I mean, women who go through shit like that, that ain't no red flag. That's a clear indication that this man is not yours. I'm talking about a red flag to where as though
not
you
yours
stand
at all.
He's staying at your house, but sometimes in the middle of the night, he gotta get up and go sneak in the bathroom for 20 to 30 minutes. That's the red flag.
Wash up before he get home.
You know, or he come home after work and take a shower. Red flag. I'm talking about these clear signs. Not that he don't want to be with you. I'm talking about y'all in a whole
the position that you're in.
Y'all in a whole full-blown relationship, and his exes or his ex-wife or anybody in his past still has access to him.
The position that he's putting you in. That's the flag right there.
No, that you're putting yourself in, though. You putting yourself.
That's true. No, you know what? Ladies, true. That's true because we ignore those things and be like, oh,
because he comes home to you.
You know, he told me that he just talked to his ex-girlfriend because she. No, let me shut up.
Let him use you. Let him use you. Let him use you.
What's on your mind? Speak out loud.
Speak it, and it shall be. Speak it, and it shall be.
Yeah. You gotta be honest. People ain't gonna know their mistakes if you ain't honest.
She said honest. Honest?
She tried.
You want honesty?
Honey, Nate, we're not even going there for her today.
Oh,
we're not going there for her today. No.
Bless my soul. Bless my soul. Bless my soul.
Just look out, women, and even for myself. Look out for the early on signs. They will love bomb you. They will, come on, we going here, we going there, we doing this, and then bam, the next day you like, all right,
That's I like what Angie said. You know, most men like a challenge. Stop giving it up so freely. The one thing that we do that y'all need to stop doing, stop making yourself so available.
See, I can't deal with that. No. Here's the thing. Dating got too many goddamn rules as it is. You can't be too available, but you can't be too unavailable.
Stop.
But y'all creating those rules, ladies.
Exactly. Which is why I'm not. I told about her husband. She got mad and said, "I don't want to know." Woo!
That's true.
Listen, this is one thing.
Leave it alone. Then you leave it alone.
This is one thing I can say. Dating got too many damn rules. Date how you want to date. I ain't got time to be, all right, I can't answer this time, but if he call back in 5 minutes, I'm going to answer then.
Not to that extent, but just if you make yourself easy and available, and he's already got to the point of where he needs without even making the commitment that if you're a person that's looking for the commitment, you've already given too much. What is he committing to? What is he waiting for? What else are you giving? What else do you
I can see what you're saying about certain things like that, but it ain't going to make no difference. You can wait 30. I had a friend who waited 30 days. She had a plan. I like this man. I'm going to wait. No, she said 90. I'm lying. She said, I'm going to wait 90 days. 90 days. Nigga still wasn't shit. So
I had a similar. I tried that one time in my life. I tried that one time. So I tried to do
boundaries and having those boundaries early on and early set that you are. Somebody said this the other day. It's about the non-negotiables for you. Stick to your non-negotiable. Don't deviate, and sometimes you can. In certain situations, in certain circumstances, you can deviate from your non-negotiable. You can, what she said, you can negotiate your non-negotiables. However, if you know you don't want a man,
you can negotiate your non-negotiables. You already moving backwards. You
listen,
already
I'm saying
sacrificing.
this is after the fact. So if one of your things is, I don't want no man with no kids. I don't want to date no man with no kids. But then you stumble upon little Ray Ray. Ray Ray got a son. Okay, I could try. Let me see what it's like. Cause I'm used to dating a man with no kids. Let me see what it's like with
See
Ray
what
Ray.
happened when you second guess yourself?
Exactly. But that's the thing. You have to stick to some of these non-negotiables, and some of them we don't. We tend to be like, all right, I'm gonna let that slide. It's a no slide season, and in the words of my good homegirl Tamika, it is a no slide season when it comes to dating me. You ain't getting nothing past me anymore, because I am tired of allowing I'ma just play that off. No, Oh, that's your ex-girlfriend knocking at the door. I'm gonna need you to go answer that while I walk out the door.
I like this TikTok that I seen, which is I feel like it's a little bit I don't know, you can take it the way you want it, but the guy said, going into 2023, I'm answering the phone like this. Hello, what can you do for me? That's how he answered the phone. Hello, what can you do for me?
Mm-hmm.
And don't be mad, ladies, when he hang up.
Don't be mad when he pulling a you on you.
When he hang up, exactly when they said, if he hang up, that man ain't for you. Keep it moving.
Don't be mad.
But see, you have to also let them know. Don't call them back.
Right.
But see, they lose their power when they say, you know what? Maybe I was too harsh. Let me call them back.
You lose your power the day that you unblock their ass.
Be firm.
The day that you unblock them, or the day that you went 2 weeks without talking to them, you having a good old time, and then let me see what they doing. How you been?
I want to know what that means.
Don't hear from them.
Tied a dealer. Women always place themselves as a number. What do you mean by that? You mean like side chick, second chick? I mean, what do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like he may be saying it like, oh, I'm number one, I'm number two.
Because but see, the women that allow those number rating systems, that's because they got a man at home.
Yeah. You better preach. You better preach.
Oh God, now you touching on some stuff now. You got these people.
Because I think y'all not being completely honest, and I don't like that.
No.
Put up a disclaimer for yourself, because we is not begging a lot.
No, because that's really the truth, though. You got some women who are allowing this because they got somebody else at home.
That's true.
I got a husband, honey. I ain't worried about what you're doing.
That's why I said I don't take up for just the women. I'm playing both sides. That's why
I got a husband, honey. My man at home. I don't give a damn.
I'm playing both sides because it go both ways at the end of the day. These women got just as many tricks as men got. So, I mean, it goes both ways. It's a lot of side niggas out here, too. A lot of them.
But it's sad because a lot of y'all women are playing yourself.
You got some bitch-ass side niggas. Y'all have this person speaking some knowledge, but y'all aren't listening. Oh, you got some, excuse my language, you got some bitch-ass side niggas, but you also got really good side niggas who like, I ain't saying a word.
But at the end of the day, he still gonna win. How you doing? He's still winning because y'all still gonna take him. Somebody gonna take him.
Somebody. And here's the thing.
Somebody go buy him a PS. Somebody go buy him a PS5 for Christmas this year.
Your position is open, dummy.
Somebody go invite him for Christmas this year. Somebody's gonna buy him a PS5 this year. Somebody go buy him a pair of Jordans this year.
It is tax time. Somebody putting some rims on his car for tax time. Somebody
put some tents on his car.
Somebody's there for it.
No slide season, period. And that's for anyone, because let's talk about the love and respect and friendship. All that sneak dissing and not clapping for all of us is just a bit weird out here. If you allow it, it's a no slide. Yeah. Even with the love when it comes to friendships too. When it comes to friendships. Yeah. But listen, we had to stop. Me and Jalen had a conversation the other day, and we were talking about a friendship of his. He's been friends with this person since they were in kindergarten.
I'm gonna keep that one up for a minute.
he was like, they've been friends since kindergarten, but the person is now acting different, carrying things differently. And I said, well, Jalen, you have to start reciprocating energy. I know you don't want to because you have a loyalty about yourself, but in 2023, our motto is, I'm giving the same energy back. I am no longer going to be available for friendships that are not available for me. I'm no longer going to be available for relationships that are not available for me. And I don't care who it comes to. Because when it come down to me, ain't nobody got me but me.
Right. That's where it comes in reference to
when you have loyalty towards people who ain't got not one drop of loyalty to you.
Not an ounce.
Not an ounce. But I told him, you got to stop jumping for everybody. Hey, man, he took one of his homeboys to D.C. the other day. I said, well, what did he give you? He put some gas in the car. That's it? A ride to D.C. to the airport? Not my problem. Not my problem. But because you such a good friend, people will use you.
So let me say this. Don't tell him not to be the good person that he is.
I ain't telling
But
him
encourage him to find people that are going to reciprocate it. Because what happens is we remove those qualities from ourselves, and then we get around real people and we start doing the things to them that we running from behind us.
No, I told him,
let him be that person.
Give it to you.
Yeah.
But you got loyalty to people that don't have it to you. Because if you was in the same situation, nobody would be there. I said, prime example. He caught a flat tire the other day going to work. He couldn't find a soul to help him out. And ask me how many of his friends he be there for. The
Probably
real
not
was
one.
like, look, I'm at work, bro.
Probably not one. Bro.
No, not one. He had to catch an Uber to a tire shop to get a tire for a car. Come on. Communication is key, but everybody is lacking communication because we don't listen to
don't know how to communicate.
Learn. We listen to respond. We listen to be defensive.
Right.
Nobody listens anymore to say, you know what? I'm gonna listen to you because I really need to understand where you're coming from.
They waiting to be defensive. That's true. That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one. Communication is key, but like in the beginning of what we, first started talking, a lot of people don't know how to communicate. A lot of people aren't taught to communicate.
A lot of people were
taught to keep their certain thoughts and certain feelings to their self. A lot of people were taught that way. Yep. So again, it goes to, at the end of the day,
some of that stem from childhood where they didn't even have a voice.
That's what I just said. That goes to, at the end of the day, everybody needs some type of therapy or some type of counseling. Everybody has some type of trauma. Stop thinking that you that person that's just out. You that person that just don't need it. It's something. Everybody has some type of trauma, whether it's little trauma, whether you weren't. I mean, you can have the perfectest childhood, the perfectest, 2-parent home, single parent home, whatever. There's still something. There's still something missing, and you carry it over to your adult relationships, your adult friendships. Not even relationships. You carry it over to your adult friendships, and you wonder why your friends are saying you're not a really good friend. You're not a really good friend to me. Yeah. Or they stop talking to you, and you wonder why they don't call me no more. Why they don't ask to hang out with me no more. It's something that you're missing. So it's always good to have, I don't care what type of lifestyle, childhood you had. Counseling is good for everybody. Everybody needs to talk to somebody, and not your good girlfriend, because she ain't going to tell you all that you're supposed to. Except for me. I'm going to tell you everything.
I feel like I feel like every relationship, we don't need to stop at premarital counseling. Counseling need to be something that is had in a relationship all the time. It is nothing wrong with going to a counselor to say, hey, we just want to make sure we good. Right. Because you might think you good in the slightest thing. You done slammed the door coming in the house, and now he want to knock your head between the washer and dryer.
I think COVID really was so good because a lot of people really took their mental and started seeking counselors that didn't think they needed. I think that
people didn't even know they had mental health issues.
I think that was COVID. I think it kind of did something positive. It brought a lot of people to really It brought a lot of people to really take care of their mental, go seek mental help. They didn't think they needed it.
It's a double-edged sword because some people didn't know how to deal with being around their family. I'm going to murder the whole damn house.
It was a lot of that. Sure.
A lot of suicides. A lot of people who were not knowing how to deal with themselves, and they had to sit home and deal with themselves. And it's like, I don't like me. I just realized I don't like me. So I got to take myself out. That's it. I take myself out. But a lot of people, mental health is so real especially when it comes to relationships, friendships. Y'all got to be mindful that some of y'all friends are cuckoo. Stop being the go-to for people who you can't go to. Absolutely. Mr. Nate is he ain't.
Right. What the world?
Nate is speaking knowledge. You know what he did say some things I agree with. Yeah. For once.
She said for once, Nate the shade.
He can deny it, but I know what the truth is.
She ain't ready to hear it yet.
Exactly. See, I said it to her earlier. She just skated right over it. Okay, I see you.
What you say?
I see. I said I think this conversation sounds very familiar.
She ain't right here yet.
Maybe.
Why you giving him the weird eye? You the cuckoo. You the cuckoo friend. You the cuckoo friend.
Right, exactly. I think that we have to stop being so delusional when it comes to love. We have to stop ignoring what we need, ignoring what we require, because then you are settling down or dumbing down your love just to say I'm married. This person can't talk you out of anything. He can't help you with nothing. You done lost your job and going through because you ain't never not had a job, and he's like, I don't know what to tell you. Some people are losing their parents and they can't even go to their spouse and be like, I'm fucked up. Because men are being, you can't show no emotion. You can't show no emotion.
But guess whose fault that is? Guess whose fault it is when you go to somebody and you can't get from them what you need. Guess whose fault it is?
Exactly.
That's because you were so quick to call somebody your friend because y'all shared similar interests.
Yep.
Or y'all lived in the same block. Or y'all went to the same school. Or y'all was in the same program. But we friends. We sit across from each other every day.
We gotta stop basing our relationships and our love off of trauma bonds. Oh, your mama used to whip your ass too. Mine did too.
But see, I think these relationships have gone beyond. I think they beyond trauma bonding because you got people in these relationships that don't even care.
Ty the dealer said, make yourself not available to me. I'll leave you alone. That's bad advice. No, that's really good advice. Stop making yourself so available.
I don't know, kid. You know
because you try. Stop making yourself. No, I'm saying no.
That is not good advice.
It is. I think it is. Stop making yourself so available because then
what do you mean by that? Now clarify.
I mean, every time a person calls, you jumping up and running. That's what I mean. Stop making yourself so available. Every time that person calls,
what if that person jumped for you though? See, this is what I meant when I said. But Kay, this is what I meant. This is what I meant when I said to Crystal, don't encourage your son to erase those qualities about himself. If you got a friend that whenever you call, they answer, they there for you, then you should be there for them like that. You treat those ones that are there fair weather like that. The problem is we're starting to treat everyday people like that. Not just the people who are good.
I'm talking about in a relationship. I'm talking about these men that are treating these women a certain way. It's because you making yourself too available. If the dude keep calling you at 3:00 in the AM, and you wondering why y'all relationship ain't going the way you thought it was. It's the way it's you making yourself
now
available.
That I understand.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But why you there then? Why you got him in your phone then?
Exactly.
See, that wouldn't be a red flag. That would be one of them things where it's clear where he stands with you.
That's what I'm trying to say. See, y'all taking it wrong.
What I'm saying is he shouldn't even be a factor. That shouldn't even be a factor. He shouldn't even be a possibility.
Because after the third time,
he shouldn't even be allowed to call your phone.
And that's what I'm saying. That's a flag. That's one of those flags. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to you choosing these relationships and getting in these certain relationships or taking some or feeling a certain way, because you allowing these things to happen, you allowing yourself to be that 3 a.m. call.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
When I say a part of you enjoyed that. A part of you really liked it. You like being available at 3. You like being super tired at 3 a.m. waiting for somebody to call you.
Well, then you get what you deserve.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the fence with this one now because
why you on the fence?
Listen, because when it's somebody that you like.
No. You like.
Listen, you like hello. Let it be the ugly booger wolf down the street that's trying to talk to you. He call you at 3 a.m. Nigga, what? I'm asleep. What? Yeah.
But guess what? You still answered the phone though. You still answered the phone.
Or you might call him the next day, like, nigga, you called me at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know I'm asleep.
You still opening that call? You still opening them lines?
She still opened it because you know I was asleep. I missed the call. That's what that conversation about.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But
get me off this planet. Is it 1 o'clock yet? It's 1. Y'all got 3 minutes.
Y'all got 3 minutes.
Because, honey,
3 minutes.
This ain't right. Listen, when it comes to love, I just want to say this. When it comes to love in your relationship, find what you are looking for. Think about your non-negotiables. What make you tick? Think beyond the ring. Think about real life shit, because real life happens after that wedding. Whether it be glamorous or whether it be courthouse.
Things happen.
Real life shit happens. And if that person, you don't know if that person can be there for you in that real life situation, don't put yourself in there to be like, I got a ring. Because you don't know what's going to happen in 2 years or 3 years. You never even seen him go through nothing really, for real. You never seen him go through nothing. So how you
know what's going to happen in 3 years, Crystal?
I know.
You still going to be waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning when he get to sneak out. That's what's going to happen.
When he creeping in the door.
Or he with the fourth person in your 3-year relationship that's delusional.
And he been with her for 5.
No, I mean, but he hasn't really been with you. He come around I ain't talking about
on his break. I'm talking about he been with the side chick for 5 years and only been with you for 3.
That one he's been with for 5 years.
That one that yeah.
And it's not. And honestly, you have to stop looking at him like the monster.
When he's not, it's your delusional ass. It's you.
Trying to create a storyline that's not there.
Real quick, there's a TikTok trend that's going around like, okay, ladies, it's okay to live in your delusion. No, it's not. We all been delusional, and we all think it's all fun and games. But please don't keep being delusional. No, it's not.
At all.
There is nothing cute about delusion.
At all.
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing.
Stop seeing all those signs and still sitting there like it's okay. It's gonna work out.
Stop looking at them TikToks and be like, in 3 minutes, he's gonna call you and let you know that he loves you. If you interact with this, share it, save it in your drafts, send it to 4 people. You like,
and now you ready to break up because he ain't called you.
TikTok told me he was gonna call me in 3 minutes. It's been an hour.
This not working because TikTok told me so. It's not working.
Yeah. Girl, you know he wasn't calling you today.
I hate the videos because I really be looking at the door waiting for somebody to call.
If you interact with this, you're going to get unexpected money in the next 24 hours.
I be looking at the videos waiting for somebody to come through the door.
My dumb ass done saved it, done shared it, done reposted it. Ain't got $1 yet.
Oh, God. y'all get me every time because I really be looking and I stop and look at the video because I want to see if somebody gonna come through that door, if somebody gonna actually call that phone. I be really looking.
Delusion can get you killed.
Absolutely.
That is a word.
Absolutely.
Delusion can
Y'all better watch the news.
you killed.
Y'all better watch the news.
Delusion can get you killed.
Y'all better watch the news. These girls coming up missing, getting beat up, getting put in trunks.
Delusion is one hell of a drug.
Getting put in trunks because you ain't seeing all the signs. Now you sitting in somebody's trunk and your family out here looking for you on the news. You better pay attention. You better pay attention. I don't know. I think it's hard for you, for all the single people. I really feel bad.
Now that's deep. Now that's a word.
Right.
Sure was.
Shaquilla Robinson may have been delusional about having friends. She is no longer with us today. That is absolutely true. She thought
sadly, that behavior don't just start. That behavior's been there.
At all.
And she thought,
See, that's the thing. That's a part of the red flags.
How is it a red flag if they showing it to you?
Because we saw it early on and we thought, okay, we just brushed it off thinking that it's nothing. That was just one instant.
You think that's the first time she been pushed or punched?
I know it ain't. But she kept ignoring it.
That ain't no friendship. That is not a friendship. I don't have the friends that I have. If I ever got in a fight with you, you ain't my friend no more. You know it. I ain't never gotten a physical altercation with BlackRoses. I ain't never got into a physical altercation with anybody that is my friend as an adult. I have never gotten into a physical altercation.
I have never gotten into a squabble with a friend and decided to expose them. I've never gotten into a squabble with a friend.
That's an interesting one.
A real friend is going to sit down. They're not going to put you on blast. They're going to sit down and have an adult conversation with you. They not down. Ain't no need to use hands. Ain't no need to use hands. I feel like a lot of it was showing off for them guys that was there. That's the other thing.
Well, they were their friends. Those guys that were there were their friends.
But I feel like that's what some girls just do that. Some girl, come on, think about a friend that we had. Think about a friend that we had.
What I'm going to say is, shut up.
Think about it. Some people show off for guys just because it's God for giving them attention. They gotta do the most.
We had a friend.
And what it said, I was told allegedly that some of those guys were gay.
Every time guys come around,
that was one of them was her best friend.
She was
one of the guys was her best friend.
Any guy that will come around. Don't let them give somebody else attention and she ain't with it. And you ain't giving her no attention. You gotta watch out for those kind of people.
Absolutely.
Gotta watch out.
Yeah. But what's the last thing you want to say? Go ahead before we go.
I said what I had to say. I was about to let you say what you had to say.
Oh,
I said what I had to say about the love. Make sure that make sure you are looking for love for the right reasons, not looking for love for a ring. And make sure that when you get that ring, you are content with that person and know that no matter what, that person is going to be there for you. You really don't know. To be honest, you really don't know.
You don't? You don't know?
No, you really don't know.
Oh, that's sad.
You really don't.
Your mate is you got to think about this.
Okay. No, the hell he don't. I ain't gonna lie, Nate do be having a little bit of something sometimes, but other times
a little bit. That sounds like a hater to me. He said a little bit.
It is.
Be mindful of people that use little in front of who you are. It's okay though.
Did you put this person on here intentionally?
Me?
I don't even know who Ty the detailer is.
I feel like this is set up. I feel like
it sounds like a business owner.
I know who he is, but I didn't think he was gonna come on here being your damn friend.
Oh, see, that's what's wrong with expectations.
Exactly.
That's what's wrong with the expectation.
Oh God!
I got a few choice words for you, Ty.
Oh, don't do that. Don't be a hater.
You know what? Nate did have a lot of valid points today. I do agree. They had a lot of valid points.
We had a lot of valid points today, but whatever.
What I'm saying to you, is, so this type of information for me comes from a real place. I always tell
Yeah.
people I have 8 uncles, and I've
Mhm.
seen it. But with those 8 uncles, I still had 5 aunts. So
Mhm.
I've seen every trick under the book.
Yeah.
I've seen somebody marry somebody and sleep with somebody else, and they
Continue.
wasn't dudes. These were the women.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it
I mean,
all.
I
I've
say it
seen
go both
people
ways.
say it again.
I do. I say that it go both ways. I
It
say
goes,
that all the
but
time.
we have to stop blaming men, because who's raising them? Who
I
keeps
never.
taking this charge of I'm raising you?
Yeah.
Well,
We
it's
have
not
to
what you're saying
we
to
have
that
to
young
stop
man. It's
just
what he's
blaming one
watching.
another and take the accountability for ourselves. Because like you
Hmm.
said, we see it, we choose to ignore it, and then when it get bad, you want to be a victim. You're not a victim.
Right.
So that's not a
Absolutely.
You're
red
not a
flag no
victim.
more. That's not a red.
Absolutely.
That is a blaring
That
siren
is
at
a
that point.
blaring, that is a
Absolutely.
blaring
And if you are a
siren that you knew was coming.
and if you a friend, stop letting your friends play victim when you know they not. Hold them
Exactly.
accountable. Don't give them time to
If
play
that's your
victim.
real friend, because otherwise you can let them play all day long.
Right.
Okay.
You said you can let them play.
You don't even give a damn what they do.
I'm just not gonna keep the conversation going. It ain't no point. But thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for another episode of for tuning in to another episode of I Am She. We are here. We are blessed. We are highly favored. If
No,
you
we
don't
no.
forget to like, share, and subscribe. There we go. Like, share, subscribe. I told y'all I'm off today. If you want to become a sponsor, we are still looking for sponsors. If you want to be considered for your advertisement of your business, like Ty, the dealer, what type of dealer are you? We can
Who?
advertise for you.
I'm sorry.
If you want to become a sponsor, make sure you send a message. You can send a message to podcast at IamShe@gmail.com or on our Instagram or Facebook. We are here. We do respond pretty promptly. I want to say Nate at least responds promptly.
Exactly.
But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Same time. Jimmy say bye. Jimmy said bye.
Remember, think beyond the ring.
You so angry. You
So
so
angry.
Think beyond the
aggravated.
ring.
Stop
No,
playing
I'm
me
for
about my
real,
ring.
because we really be
Stop
like,
playing me about my ring. Look at her. Stop playing with me. This is a message specifically for you.
think beyond that damn ring. What is the funeral music?
Nate, what are you playing?
Funeral